I'm Clint Grover with Never Done Industries, and today I'm going to talk about a big upgrade we made to the Super Duty suspension system. For those of you unfamiliar with the Never Done Super Duty, it's a 2005 Ford F-350 with a 6-inch rough country suspension lift, and it's got the dual shocks up front, the little hoop with the dual shocks. And for any of you who have ridden in that truck, you already know it rides like a donkey. It sucks, and it's almost not worth looking that cool because it beats you up. The time has come for a suspension upgrade. And like I said, we've got we had the rough country suspension on it, the full suspension kit, 6-inch lift. And it had their little RCX, their extreme kit or whatever. Anyway, so I did a whole bunch of research, and if you're watching this video, you probably are doing a bunch of research on which shocks you should go with. And I spent a crap load of time trying to figure out which shocks I should go with. I have a humongous heavy truck with a lift, and I want it to ride like a Cadillac. There's a lot of you guys, you can go ahead and comment below, that are going to say, oh, well, it's a truck, it should ride like a truck. Correct. It should ride like a truck, not like a dump truck. So anyway, I will let you know there is hope out there for you guys who are looking for a little bit better ride. And that hope comes by way of the Bilstein, however the hell you want to say it, 5100 monotube shocks. No, they are not paying me. I am just giving a review based on actual experience, not, getting paid to make up some bullcrap for you guys. Anyway, a whole bunch of my research pointed to two different shocks. One was the Bilstein 5100s. The other one was a Rancho 9000 XL or something like that, that has an adjustability in it. It's got, I think, 8 different adjustment settings or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, a whole bunch of research, whole bunch of reviews, and what you will find is that for the big heavy trucks with the suspension lifts, even the guys without suspension lifts, pretty much everybody that has the Bilsteins absolutely loves them. And so after a whole bunch of work, doing all my homework basically, I finally decided, okay, I think these are the ones. If you're in the market for new shocks, also by the way for a truck anyway, you really should look at the differences between the kind of shocks you're probably running and the monotube shocks. Especially if you do any off-roading, like any of the crazy shit that we do. There are some huge advantages to going with a monotube shock. The Bilsteins are just a higher end one. They're really good, and they're really well engineered and really well designed, and they can be set up for your truck and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, they're good. So without getting into a whole bunch of technical details, they are good. So I went ahead and got the Bilsteins put on, took the rough countries off, and let me tell you what, those rough countries were clapped the hell out. Check this out. As you can see, I can barely push the things in and barely pull them apart. Okay, those things are trashed. All of them were that way, with the exception of 2 of them, and they still had a little bit of absorption, but really not much. And when you think about it, when your vehicle's traveling down the road, the road's not smooth. There's bumps and imperfections and stuff, and especially when you go off the road. And so your tires are jumping up and down, as they go over all these little bumps. And it's your shock absorber's job to absorb that shock so that it doesn't go up, up your back and all that stuff, up into your, rattling your eyeballs around. And so anyway, if you've got worn out shocks or just kind of lower grade shocks or something like that, you'll really notice a substantial gain in just in replacing them. But if you replace them with something like those Bilsteins, you'll notice even more. Now, to be honest with you, on the first day after I put those in, I thought, my honest opinion was they were okay. And the reason for it, well, I guess I shouldn't say the reason for it. The first day they were okay. They were still a little bit stiff, but I noticed an immediate difference in the amount of instant absorption, point of impact. As soon as I'd hit a bump, I could feel that shock absorber was there, and it was actually absorbing the shock instead of just transferring it right on up through my seat. But the ride, I wouldn't say that on that first day, I wouldn't say that the ride was great at all. I would still say that it was a little bit harsh, given I have a lifted truck and all that stuff, and so that stuff's going to come with it. It's never going to ride like a Cadillac or a Lincoln or anything like that, but it can ride okay for a lifted truck. And so anyway, after a couple of days of driving around with these shocks on, I can honestly tell you that I am very, very thoroughly impressed and very, very satisfied and pleased with my purchase. I don't know why they feel like they've gotten better. They should have kind of been there out of the box, but they have. It feels like they've softened up a little bit. It feels like the truck is riding substantially smoother than it was. It is very tight and nimble feeling, if that makes sense. The best example I can give you is when you drive an old vehicle and then you come to a new vehicle, they feel like they're a lot lighter on their feet and a lot more nimble and a lot more precise and accurate. And that's how the Super Duty feels now. It still is a great big humongous juggernaut truck, but it feels a lot better. It rides a ton better, and it feels like I have more contact with the road. As I've taken it off road a little bit and gone over some whoop-de-doos and stuff, and it feels like I've maintained a better contact patch with the surface that I'm driving on. And so that's a good thing, for a lot of different reasons. Obviously you want to maintain your contact patch with the road so that you can control your vehicle. So I guess to sum this up, I highly recommend the Bilstein 5100s, Bilstein, however you want to say it. I still don't care. And I think that while I haven't tested every shock on the market or anything like that, I agree with the reviews. I agree with the recommendations of all these different peoples. You should buy Bilstein 5100s for your truck. Alright, that's it for today's vlog. Thank you for watching the video, first of all. Please take a look at our website, www.neverdoneusa.com. We've got all kinds of different merchandise and information and products and all kinds of things on there. Also, please like the video, and if you have not already subscribed to our channel, please do so. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.